Good evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a deep breath, a moment of silence, if you will, because today officially marks the day where ChatGPT stops being a chatbot. Tonight, OpenAI quietly crossed one of the most important milestones in its history. ChatGPT is no longer just a tool you talk to. It's officially becoming a platform you build on. OpenAI has launched a ChatGPT App Directory, opened up app submissions for developers, and rolled out a new Apps SDK, allowing third-party services to live inside ChatGPT and operate directly within conversations. No redirects, no switching tabs, no traditional app user interface, just intent which translates to action. So if you're ready, let's break down what actually launched, why it matters, and why, if you've been watching Front Page, this was always inevitable. But before that, you pretty much know what to do, which is like, share, subscribe. This is Front Page by AIM Network. And let's begin. OpenAI has introduced three big changes. The first one, a ChatGPT App Directory users can now browse, search, and discover apps inside ChatGPT from the Tools menu or directly via chatgpt.com/apps. Number two, open app submissions for developers. Any developer can now submit a ChatGPT app for review and publication. At number three is a new Apps SDK, which is beta. This lets developers build chat-native apps, not wrappers, not plugins, but experiences designed specifically for conversation. So in simple terms, ChatGPT is becoming an app distribution layer. This is a platform shift. Earlier, connectors helped ChatGPT pull data from services like Google Drive or Dropbox. Now, OpenAI is calling all of them apps. Chat connectors, which means apps with file search, deep research connectors, which means apps with deep research, synced connectors, which means apps with sync. That rebrand definitely matters because apps can now trigger during conversations, be at, for example, mentioned by name, take real actions, use memory if enabled, and in some cases, even complete workflows end to end. We've said this before on Front Page. This is ChatGPT becoming the interface layer for software. And if this feels familiar, it definitely should. Because on Front Page, we've already shown you what this future looks like. We covered, if you remember, Zomato ordering directly from ChatGPT and Claude UPI payments via Razorpay inside ChatGPT. Apple Music integrating into ChatGPT. Big Basket, Airtable, Salesforce, Replit, Lovable, moving toward agent-first access. Each time, the signal was the same. Apps are no longer fighting for screen space. They're actually fighting for agent access. And tonight, OpenAI just formalized that particular shift. Apps inside ChatGPT can now do this: order groceries, build slide decks, create full-stack apps, search apartments, manage workflows, trigger payments, sync data, generate prototypes, complete tasks without leaving the chat. So examples already announced are Replit, build and deploy code inside ChatGPT. Lovable, turn conversations into full-stack apps. Clay, turn conversations into live sales intelligence console, specifically for enrichment, research, and outbound. Now we talk about Apple Music. Create playlists via natural language. Zomato, order food via MCP. The enterprise tools, which is Salesforce, Airtable, Adobe for developers. This is the real unlock. So instead of building an app fighting for distribution, paying for ads, optimizing app store rankings, you can now ship directly into ChatGPT, reach millions instantly, let intent drive discovery, build once, deploy conversionally. OpenAI is effectively saying this: build for conversation, not clicks. That's a massive shift in software economics. Right now, developers can link out to their own sites for transactions. Physical goods are supported. Digital monetization is coming later. This mirrors early Apple App Store days. First is distribution, then is behavior, then is monetization. OpenAI is playing the long game. OpenAI has been explicit on one thing, which is users stay in control. Apps must declare what data they access. Privacy policies are mandatory. Apps can be disconnected instantly. Data sharing is transparent. Training usage depends on user settings. This matters. Why? Because trust will decide which platforms survive this shift. And this is about where software lives. So for decades, desktop meant mouse, then mobile meant touch web, browser. Now AI means conversation, and ChatGPT is positioning itself as a discovery engine, a command surface, a coordination layer, a transaction interface, not replacing apps. So sitting above them is basically what ChatGPT is doing. And in conclusion, here is the front page take. So if images made ChatGPT creative, if memory made it personal, if payments made it transactional, apps make it an operating layer. The ChatGPT App Store is the moment OpenAI stops being just a chatbot and starts behaving like an AI native platform. And if history is any guide, once users get used to asking instead of clicking, they won't go back. We told you this shift was coming, and tonight it has arrived. Please do let us know what you think in the comments below. This is Front Page by AIM Network. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.